further ado, I'm not going to thank y'all again for coming, but thank y'all again for coming. And I do love our skincare. That is one of the biggest reasons why Jody and I wanted to found a company, because we wanted to really get something in your hands that would do just something no other skincare would do. And so basically what our skincare encompasses is the fact that it cranks up the immune system to your skin. I don't know if y'all are like me, but I've gotten very picky about what I put in my body. I'm not just eating everything anymore, because, you know, as you get our age, like when you're young, like Amy over here, you can do anything you want to, you know, you're invincible. Your immune system's working, everything's cranking, but you get around about 50 and it's like, what's that? Okay? So that's what this does for your skin. It cranks up the immune system to your skin. It is loaded with vitamins. But the biggest thing is it builds back the natural moisture barrier to your skin. And that literally is the gate to your skin. And if that gate is closed properly, then things do not get in that don't need to be getting in. And that's the largest organ that we have on our body, and it's on the outside of our body. So we've really got to be particular about it. So I always tell people, do your own research, but our strip away the day, and you can see, thank you so much for coming with no makeup.
I know, it was hard.
I bet it was. It would have been hard for me. But our strip away the day has got 10 natural oils in it, including safflower oil, sunflower oil. It's got argan oil, which I absolutely love. Argan oil is so good for naturally pH balancing your skin, not to mention the fact that it will not strip the natural moisture barrier. It helps build it back. So you'll hear me say that in just about every single thing that our skincare has got. The safflower oil and the sunflower oil actually makes your lashes longer, thicker, and fuller. However, I cheated. I got lashes. He's going to be telling you about that tonight. Yes, okay. They are. You're going to be just, she can't wait. Now, so that's at night, and I'm going to tell y'all something. I would never, ever, ever take my makeup off with anything else but this. You can mix it with water if you want to. I like to use it just by itself. It's also good for your feet, it's good for your hands. It's just fabulous. There's nothing else like this on the market. I used to work for another company that had something similar to this. We just cranked up the notches on it, okay? So, that's your strip away the day. And you know what? In the morning time, whenever you wake up, you want to what? Of course, you want to live clean, right? Now, the cool thing I love about this is the fact that it has got antifungals, antibacterials in it, and it has an actual ingredient that helps calm redness to the skin. So, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, I knew that. Okay, so Sarah and I both have naturally red, inflamed skin. And do you know what that is? It's histamine. And it's not that bad for your skin, because literally it's working, it's doing its thing, okay? But you don't necessarily want to go out with the red face, you know? So this has an ingredient in it that will calm the redness in your skin within 30 minutes of washing your face with this. So if you have one of the rosacea, fabulous, fabulous. And again, it's built with glycerin instead of water, and glycerin is a humectant. Did I say that right?
A humectant, girl, that's right.
That's right.
Humectant actually holds the water into your skin as repelling it. And water, when you put it in a product, it just waters it down. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I like to compare products, and there's one out there right now, and the first letter starts with an R, and the next one is an R. It's R. Y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, go on their website, and you need to look at their ingredients, because it has violet dye, red dye, blue dye, fragrance. Look, that's a very large company. They're not worried about it. We are. That's the difference. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to spritz your face with the Do It To Me. Okay? Now, I will tell you something about this Do It To Me. All you got to do is just put your eyeballs right back here and go down this list right here, and let me tell you, it has got orange oil in it that is loaded with vitamin C. Do you know what vitamin C does? It is an antioxidant. When you take it, it's an antioxidant. When you put it on your skin, it's an antioxidant. Stressed skin is aging skin. You do not want stressed skin. And that's what this does. And I'll tell you another thing about skincare too. You should do a regimen of skincare in the morning, and you should do one at night. Doesn't have to be one long skincare. But that's what makes your makeup look great. You can have the best makeup artist in the whole wide world. But if your skin is not a good, smooth palette for her to paint on, you see what I'm saying? So close your eyes. Okay, now this can also be used for if you've got a cut, if you've got an ulcer in the mouth. As a matter of fact, Kim just used this the other day. You want to talk about it real quick?
I will. I have a 3-year-old who went to the fair and 2 days later came home and was sick. He had hand, foot, and mouth virus or disease or whatever you call it. And he literally did not eat for 3 days. I mean, I was to the point of, okay, we're going to have to go to the hospital because they're going to give him some IVs. And they had given us no medicine. They didn't say you could give any medicine, just this magic mouthwash that was Benadryl and Maalox and some kind of lidocaine stuff, which he wouldn't let me do it on him. So I sprayed that stuff in his mouth, and I promise you, he turned the corner. The next day, he started to eat. Or maybe even that afternoon, whenever I came to your house. But he didn't like the way it tasted so much, but he could eat after that. And I mean, all those little blisters inside of his mouth and down his throat were better, you know. And so he would say, "Can you put some more of that on me?" And just put it on a Q-tip and put it on there.
Oh,
That is how,
awesome.
I will tell you, that is how good our product is. Okay, now I'm not going to tell you to drink it. But that's the kind of stuff you want to put on your skin. Now, she has already put on her skin this next product, and it's our hero product. It is our B Energized. And basically what it does to your skin is it puts vitamin Bs in it. It's niacinamide, and that encompasses all the vitamin Bs. Now, I don't know if y'all are like me, but when I hit about 50, really a little younger than that, I started getting what they call fibromyalgia, or what is the other thing they call it when they don't know what you got? You know, when you get real tired, your muscles get real tired. Chronic fatigue syndrome. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what turned me around? Was vitamin D. So as you age, your body doesn't process that well. Okay. So you want to be putting niacinamide, vitamin B, and let me tell you something else that is clinically proven to do is turn acne around. Okay. Rosacea as well. This literally is the whole thing here. It's the middle piece of the puzzle, and it can't be left out. It's your anti-wrinkle cream. It is the serum that is going to literally build back that natural moisture barrier. As a matter of fact, when you leave and you're thinking about it, maybe laying in bed, Google niacinamide and put niacinamide skin benefits. Your mouth will drop open. It closes up pores. It tightens skin. It just literally builds back that immune system. So your skin will begin to perform the way it used to back when you were 20. Now, you might not look 20. I ain't saying you don't look 20. But it will start performing the way it needs to perform to heal itself. Okay, basically. All right, now, the LOL. Now, the reason why we named this LOL is because we wanted you to laugh out loud, not worry about your crow's feet. Okay? So this has got ingredients in it that will literally reduce the puffies under the eyes by 50% within 30 days. Really less than 30 days. It has been clinically proven to reduce fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes by 29% in 28 days. There is not another single product on the market that can literally claim that for eyes. It also has mica in it that will refract the light, so therefore it kind of smooths that out, okay, just by, you know, aesthetically looking. So I love our LOL. And then, last but not least, we have our moisturizers. You have your morning time moisturizer because you need a protectant. Then you have your nighttime moisturizer because that's when your skin is like resting and can really absorb some nutrients. Now, our morning time moisturizer is Grant Me Shelter. Grant Me Shelter actually literally builds a protectant over your face because it's got zinc oxide in it. Now, I'm fixing to say something that's probably going to be very controversial, and I don't normally do that.
Really?
Hold your breath, hold your
I
breath.
know, right? I don't use sunscreen. Never have. Don't put it on my grandchildren. Don't put it on my children. It has chemicals in it, okay? So I use natural things. One of the best things you can use is aloe before you get in the sun. But another natural sunblock is zinc oxide. Okay, this right here will help protect your face. It will help close up pores. And if you have oily skin, it helps pull back the oil. And if you have dry skin, it pulls back the moisture. It literally is fabulous. So we're going to let you put a little bit of this on, and it doesn't take but just a little bit. Okay, and always use your weakest fingers, right? We all know that. Just a tiny bit of that's all it takes. Now at night, you're going to be using the Revive. The Revive has got proprietary ingredients in it called Zinc 6. And basically, have you ever pulled a sheet up and then went? I just got knocked you in Oh, yeah, I forgot. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just knew I was going to remember that, but I didn't. Okay, so, let me say, okay, so that's your Revive. Your Revive, literally, I'm telling you, if you don't like anything of our products, you will absolutely love this. It is so smooth. It feels so good. It feel like when I put it on my skin goes, okay? Because it knows what it is. It's got those ingredients in it that knows what it knows. The skin knows it. Now, we have a product that we don't really have a lot of, okay? But I will say this flew off our shelves, and that's the reason why we don't have a lot of it. Because this has got some ingredients that, you know, she has sold a ton of this, okay? And I know a lot of people go, $75. I'm going to tell you right now, this is literally liquid gold. It has got tea tree oil in it. I have itchy skin here, and itchy skin here. I got shingles years ago before I knew how to not have shingles. And I still have some sensation from it. I use this on those areas. This has got, I'm going to put Baobab. I even Googled that to make sure I could say it right. Baobab. Let me tell you about Baobab. It has naturally found in it vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K. All of those things you don't put on your skin, but you should. You see, we take vitamins and they go internally. There's not enough left over to come outside. They don't know how to come outside. So you've got to put vitamins directly on your skin. So you can make literally a what is it called?
Cocktail.
Thank you,
And
cocktail.
it's got 6 times more vitamin C than orange.
Yes. Now, I don't know about y'all, but here's how I combat colds and flu. I do vitamin C, I do vitamin D, and I do elderberry. I do all those 3 things, and let me tell you something. Your body will literally do its own thing if it's treated right, and your skin will too.
You did that to me last night.
She told
I did, didn't I? Okay, so I'm going to let you do like a little cocktail. Are you dry or are you oily?
In between.
In between?
Yeah.
Okay.
A
All
little
right, so-
bit, yes, I can say yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a tiny, tiny bit, and all it takes, and literally, this is, y'all, I'm not kidding, I'm not showing this. It is like liquid. Boom. Kind of mix that up. Now, I will tell y'all, I have heels that, yeah, just go to, just
And what's
kind
left on your hand.
yes.
Okay.
I have heels that cut sheets. When I first got married, we got in the bed, my husband went, what is on the end of your leg? It's a foot, okay? He's like, no, it's leprosy. No, it's not. So I take my lotion, okay, and I put me about 2 drops. I'm telling you, I ration this, and I do it like this, and I do it on my heels. It has completely changed my skin, but you can't find ingredients like what we've got in any of this stuff right here. So that is our skincare. I do want to tell you about our Reclaim. It polishes the skin. It does it without cutting the skin. You never want to use a scrub that has got wood chips in it, and usually what that has is like real fine sand, because it'll cut your skin. This is jojoba beads, and what it does is it builds that natural barrier, but it polishes that skin. So, you know, once or twice a week, use this. Then the other thing that I absolutely love is our Pore Purity. Our Pore Purity really is one of my favorite products. You want a facelift in a hurry, it will do it. It will tighten the skin. You'll get about a 24 to 48 hour effect with this. It'll close up pores, but the coolest thing it's got in it is bentonite clay. Now, I don't know if y'all are like me, but I've learned about detoxing the system. One of the things that will detox the system quickly is to take a bath in bentonite clay. So that will detox your skin. So if you've been out and you're doing and had a lot of environmental stress, remember, stressed skin is aging skin. You can calm that skin down, load it up with vitamins, and start building back the natural moisture barrier. You are going to see the biggest difference in your skin. And there's nothing I love more than for somebody to say to my 58-year-old fluffy body, oh, your skin looks so good. Okay, so there you go. So we're ready for makeup. Now I get to introduce makeup.
Wait, Mel, can you tell them about, so I have like acne prone skin, and I was on Accutane and all that stuff, and none of that really worked. But I was always intimidated because essential oils, I was like, I am not putting oil on my face because I'm going to get a pimple. But tell them about an essential oil and how it doesn't
absolutely.
Clog your pore.
I absolutely will, because I had acne too. And I was scared of that too.
Yeah.
It takes an oil to cut an oil. Essential oils are different than lotions that you buy that's got waxes in it that will clog the pores. An essential oil will dissolve. Here's what clogs pores. You take soap or you take Pond's cold cream and it makes like a little mud pie and it packs it in that pore. Then you're up there going, I got a blackhead and I don't know where these are coming from. Okay? You're making them.
Yeah.
All right? So if you take an essential oil, it goes down in there, loosens it up, and then you wipe your washcloth back over it. And then ever so often you do your mud mask or you do your reclaim, you're not going to struggle with that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay? So you will literally see, it's the coolest thing when you start seeing your skin be able to operate on its own. It will literally begin to function and have an immune system and be able to repair itself on its own. Because what you put on your skin does not repair it. Does that make sense? So, you know what? The best thing to do, neck cream, sorry.
It's free. It's right there in the front of the room. Right there.
Right there. Y'all, this neck cream. Can somebody hold that up, Summer, maybe?
I'll do it.
Who is this, Sharon?
And Deborah's watching too.
Deborah's watching?
watching?
Oh, she is?
Is that Deborah?
Hey, Deborah, thank you for the picture.
Debbie Smith.
Debbie. Debbie.
She's an advisor, but she moved to New York, and she just never tried that. And she's had it in her kit. So she decided, I've got this, I'm in New York, I'm gonna just start using it. And that was, what, 14 days?
14 days.
She's gonna give us
14
another
days.
picture in 28 days.
It is so rich and so emollient. It's got bladderwrack. I knew I was going to say it wrong. Bladderwrack. Okay, bladderwrack. And what it does,
Which is sea algae.
yes, it is. It's sea algae. And it literally begins to take this fat and melt it away. Now, here's the deal, guys. Okay? It's not going to gut you. Don't use it on your stomach. Okay? It's too expensive for that. All right? And don't use it on your face either, because guess what? We lose our fat on our face as we age. Okay? That's the reason why we start looking kind of sallow right around in here, because it gets real thin. Okay? So we're going to do this. We're going to put this and do your neck, and you just work it up. It's got like a little fat burner in it, and then it's got the bladderwrack, which is the sea algae. Whoopsie. I love it. I use it every night. Can't be without my Fleur de. All right. So, the best way to do this, if you've not had a party, who in here has had a party? Oh, okay. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of times people go, I don't want to have a party. I don't know anybody. It doesn't take but about 3 people. It can be 3, it can be 50, okay? But you will get products at a very discounted price. Like, you'll get a lot, like $100 worth of stuff for $19.95. Then we have other things that we pop on the top of that during certain time frames and for the month and stuff like that, specials. But then once you purchase your skincare here tonight, because we've got things that are on sale, so you want to start out with your skincare, have a party, okay? Get more stuff, and then if you love it, the best way to buy it is to sell it. Okay?
The blue bag.
So, right here, I got 'em.
No, the diamond. The diamond is one.
Oh, okay, all right, go ahead, yeah. We've got the contest, you want to talk about?
It is, right now, we're doing the diamond collection, which we'll show you about, but everybody that has a $1,000 party, which we already have 3 or 4 that have already been entered, you're gonna receive the topaz diamond necklace in a drawing. We're gonna draw for this. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I feel like Vanna White.
I'm sure prettier than Van White.
I don't think so. Have you seen Vanna White? I think me and Gavin, we Googled how old she was, and she's like almost 70, and she looks like she's 30.
Oh, just a little bit.
Wow.
I know. Oh, you want me to put it there?
Her head's really big.
Hey, Gavin.
But anyway, when you have a $1,000 party, you're not only gonna get the standard rewards, you're gonna get another $100 for $19.95.
Now for the icing on the cake. Everything we've been looking for. This, I am very honored to introduce our celebrity makeup artist. Mika has worked with people such as Fergie, Sadie Robinson, Kelly Clarkson. Did I say that right? Clarkson. She has worked around the world with top makeup artists in the industry. She's been in the industry 20 years. She works on photo shoots, magazines, print ads. She is it's simply amazing. And you know, there is an art to putting on your makeup, and she is here to show us her trade and her art that she usually charges a lot for. So we are very okay. So we feel very blessed and honored to have Mika with us today.
Hi, everybody. That was a wonderful introduction. I feel so special. First of all, I'm so excited about being here and meeting each and every one of y'all. I have been so fortunate and blessed to be able to work with Fleur Cosmetics. And I say that because I have worked with many cosmetics over the years, including the top brand, like, you know, I don't want to say it's the top, but you know, the top brand. But this product does exactly what it says it's going to do. Not only on beautiful women, but also amazing men. I've had men, grown, older men come up to me and say, oh my gosh, look at me. Can you see the difference in my eyes? My eye bags are like depleting, they're diminishing. And it's just such a wonderful feeling to be able to be behind a product, because I can't use anything that I do not believe in. If I don't believe in it, I'm not using it, I'm not gonna suggest it, I won't even touch a client with it. But today, I have an amazing model that I'm going to show you guys how to do a full face, step by step. I wish we had a hairpin. Do we have a hairpin?
Headbands.
A headband? That would be perfect.
Oh, Brenda's got it.
Oh, she's got a hairpin.
Brenda's
Okay.
got a haircut.
Yeah, we're gonna do a full face from start to finish.
You want a headband or clip? Which
Yes.
one?
Either way.
A clip. We'll do a clip, yes.
And I know, Mika, we had talked about it, how we like, this can just be laid back, and if people have questions when you're doing
Yes,
something,
please
they
feel
can
free
just
to
ask away, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Please feel free to ask any questions. Ms. Sarah has so graciously volunteered her time to be a model. And she's so beautiful. And so I'm just gonna go through what I would do just on a typical face from start to finish, using the Fleur de Vie. The first thing I do is just assess my client, and I figure out like what she does for a living, what type of look she wants. Is she into full glam, or is she into natural glam? So I go, I'll ask questions or just have a conversation, and I kind of pull from that. So with Miss Sarah,
We're gonna give you just a break for a second. We're gonna pass out some order forms so that you can like circle the things that she used that you're like going, oh, like that's a wish list thing. You know, maybe you wanna go ahead and purchase it tonight, or, you know, you can't get it all tonight or whatever. So we wanted you to have like a little sheet that you could mark on.
oh yes, so I know that we've already done some skincare, but I'm still gonna go through and just add, you can never use too much. So I'm gonna spritz her face with the Do It To Me, because I love to use it as a moisturizer, because it's really nice and light. Doesn't it smell good? And I feel like it just really refreshes the skin. Sometimes I'll use it to reactivate the products that I've already put on, like the Revive or the Grant Me Shelter. And it also makes the skin like really supple, and it helps it to receive the product. So I just work that in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and prime her skin. And with this, I'm using the primer, Smooth Operator. Smooth Operator has been a lifesaver for me because it's so light, and it also like, it evens out the skin tone somewhat, but it's not heavy. And it helps to like smooth out the skin and just really prep it. So a little goes a long way. I've used the Smooth Operator by itself like for photo shoots and just whatever, depends on whatever I'm doing. If I'm shooting outside in direct sunlight and just need a nice natural look, I'll do like a smooth operator, grant me shelter first and then smooth operator and be done. Like one time I did an athletic shoot, and of course that doesn't require a lot of makeup. So I love that for that. And then next I'm going to neutralize the skin with the V Flawless, which is a moisturizing foundation. It's another one of my favorites. Y'all, I use this stuff like, I use it on everybody. I mean, you probably hear me say, OMG, oh, I love this, I love it, it's the best on everything that I use because it literally is. I have a magazine cover right now, and the bride is only wearing this Flawless Finish foundation. And this is the neutral. So what I do is I just put it on and just blend it all out. I'm a huge believer in blending. I mean, where do gnats come from right now? Like, they have no place in the winter. It's like Thanksgiving. So yeah, I'm really big on prepping the skin. There are levels to this madness. There are steps that I have to take on every client, whether I'm doing a natural look or a full glammed out, just dramatic look. It's all the same. I've actually created a look, a signature look. It's called A Whole Lot of Nothing. So when I get those clients, they're like, I mean, I want to wear makeup, but I don't want to wear like a whole lot of makeup. I'm like, sure, you'll get my special, A Whole Lot of Nothing. And it's still all the steps, but it's just, I'll go in with like less color, less eyeshadow, natural colors on the blushes. But I love for skin to look like skin. And that's what these products give.
Sarah, how you feeling?
Good. Can you do this every day?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. That's what I do. I do. I love getting clients ready every day, just for the day.
Mika, tell them about that client you did have. You got her ready every day for how long? I don't know. God, that was like, didn't you say you got her?
Yeah, about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Every day for the day, I would go to her house and get her ready. I would do her hair and her makeup every day. And the reason why was because I did it one time, and she was like, oh my gosh, I feel like Barbie. And you know, she was a more mature lady, and she had, you know, kids. She was a stay-at-home mom, and she was super, super sweet. And I did her hair and makeup one time, and she thought she looked like Barbie. Of course, this was in California, and I really do believe that she looked like Barbie.
Yeah.
But I loved her.
Did her husband look like Ken?
He looked lucky. No, you are lucky. That's like me and my husband. Like Beauty and the Beast. Hey, my husband knows he's lucky. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the color corrector, and right now I'm going to create an illusion. So I like to start, sometimes I'll start with not necessarily problem areas, but kind of like problem areas. If you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I really want to get rid of this, or I really want to enhance that. Whatever you want to work on the most, that's what you start with first. So if you feel like you have deep circles or dark circles, you would work on that first. If you feel like you have blemishes or breakouts that you want to cover, you work on that. You start with that first. So whatever it is you want to stand out on your face, that's what you start with first. Like me, majority of the time I start with my eyes because I want my eyeshadow to stand out. So I know that's what I'm going to spend the most time on, so that's what I start with first, for example. So I'm just doing a little bit of color correcting, just right in the folds of her skin around her eyes. And I just take a little sponge and I just press it in to diffuse it. And then I'm going to use a little bit of concealer. Let's see. I love this concealer brush. It's awesome. It has like the perfect little point, and it gets the product exactly where I need it. Can you look up for me? And I'm just gonna go right along the edge of her bottom lash line, and press the product all the way out, just a straight line. And then I come back and I kind of pull inward. You never want to pull outward, because when you pull out, you're tugging on the skin, and gravity and time does that all, like, they don't need any help with that. So we're going to keep everything kind of inward. Or you can take your ring finger and just press. And sometimes I like to press inward.
Back on my forehead when I'm looking up.
Try not to wrinkle your forehead.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. Your forehead isn't even wrinkled. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just add a little bit of concealer.
She's working with the V Perfection brush, which is a fabulous foundation brush to have.
Yeah, it's amazing. So now just take a little sponge, or you can use your finger and just press in. With this look, we're gonna just make Miss Sarah look naturally pretty, which she's already pretty. We're just gonna enhance her beauty a little bit. And then I take whatever's left on the brush and just work it down. This product is so concentrated, a little goes a long way. It absolutely does. And then, for the most part, I like to let my products just sit for a minute and kind of set. I'm going to take a little concealer and just put it right in the lines. Whenever you have lines or indentions, especially around the mouth, it's so common. I usually take a concealer and just place it right in the indention and don't blend it out. And the reason why is because I'm going to just press it in, just remove the excess with a sponge, and then I'll go over it and set it with a powder. You'd be amazed at how it looks when you take a picture. It's almost like it disappears.
Excuse me, Mika.
Yes, ma'am.
There are cards on your table. If you want to take notes, that's what these are for.
Where do you go tonight, Sarah?
Where am I going tonight? Gold Creek Estates. Home.
Oh. I was like, where? I'm going there. It's an interesting. I'm following you.
That is
I'm
hilarious.
not sure what our option would be
I'm like,
here even.
Well, the party's here, so.
The party is here.
We might take it to the, what is that, what do y'all call that, where the planes are, they take off from?
The tarmac.
The tarmac, we're gonna take it to the tarmac.
Okay, so now I'm using a little bit of the Flawless Finish, like a cream to powder foundation. And I like to use this like in the T-zone because it sets nicely.
You can lay flat on your back tonight like this. Roll out of bed tomorrow and go.
Absolutely. So what I'm doing is just concentrating the makeup like literally in the center. I'm not like masking her, like putting it all over, just concentrating it right in the center and then blending it out. And then once I set it with the powder, then I'll use the powder to complete the coverage.
Mika, tell them about the sponge, because what do you say you don't drag or you?
Oh, yes,
that-
yes. Don't drag. I remember that. Okay, so, I mean, I'm sure you've seen, I take the sponge and I press the product into the skin. One, it's gonna blend it out, and another thing it's going to do is set it. It sets your product, because you're literally pushing it into the skin. If you're applying your product and you drag it, you're just removing the product. It's not really setting. And I know it's a habit, because I caught myself, I kind of did it earlier a little bit. Putting on my foundation, I was like, oh, I love this stuff. And I was dragging it, and I was like, wait, what are you doing? And so I took it and I just pressed it into my skin. But that's a good tip, because it helps you finish faster. Like, you'll get through it.
Does it kind of make your makeup last a little longer through the day as well?
Yes, it sure does. Because we've already hydrated the skin, we've already primed the skin with the primer. So the skin is ready to receive the products that you're putting on, you're applying. So that's why you just press it into the skin instead of rubbing it. Because it's like you're just rubbing it all off.
I was totally doing that wrong. I would just.
We all do. We all do it. We are all guilty. So I'm gonna see, this is a bronzer. Color is this? This is medium, and honey, I think I'll do medium. Okay, so I'm going to set her face with the powder.
So this is medium take cover.
Yes, medium take cover. Which is what they're gonna have to do when you walk outside.
Take cover.
Take cover. So I use this to set her makeup, and I use the fluffiest brush because I just want a light coat. One thing about brushes that I didn't mention is fluffy brushes are really great to blend products, and it also adds like a sheer layer of product. You can build if you need more coverage. Just press it into the skin.
Don't drag it.
Don't drag. That's with your sponge and your foundation.
Don't drag her.
I'm
a dragger.
I know. Like, don't be a drag, Sarah. Yes, I just use this to lightly set her foundation and give her just a soft wash of color. And then on top of that, I like to use the HD powder, which is awesome. This HD powder is amazing. First of all, it's invisible. You get so much product. This little thing lasts me forever. So I put just a little bit in the lid, and then I'll take a little bit and tap it. Look up for me. And I love to use this product under the eye to set the concealer, because I really have found that it does not settle into fine lines, and it sets the product, and it gives a really nice matte finish, but it's invisible. So you don't see it. All you see is the concealer that you've applied.
She's using the Handy Helper brush, which is a handy helper.
Thank you.
Wasn't that smart?
And I'm also using the HD powder to set the product in the fine lines that I told you that I didn't blend out. because it really stays. And this powder, once it sets, you're good all day. It prevents you from shining, it keeps you from getting oily. I've used this in the 106-degree heat, direct heat. I did a photo shoot and we were in the direct sunlight for 5 hours, not a tree in sight.
Oh.
And I was drenched in sweat, but my model was not. Score. My model was not, y'all. I was shocked. I could not believe it. I was like, all my freaking years of doing this, and this is it. This is the product I should have had all these years. And it's wonderful. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a little bit of bronzer. Whoops. And it's called a little bit of sun, And I'm going to do this technique that actually kind of alters your face a little bit. It's called contouring. How many of y'all have heard of contouring and highlighting? It's a big deal. Well, let me tell you something. Should I say this on camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Well, contouring is just a technique that was used. It was kind of created for men, like drag queens. It helps to soften their features to make them appear more feminine, right? We're women. We're already feminine. We have the softer features. So the contouring, we don't need to be heavily, excessively contoured. It will make men wonder whether you're male or female. I only speak from experience, y'all. This is my truth. So, whenever I teach classes, I have to reiterate that because it's such a popular trend right now that young girls, all girls, women, are going crazy with the highlight. Like sharp, dark, dramatic. And then on top of that, everyone's contour is different because everybody's face shape is different. So we don't require all the same contour. Like, I contour under my cheek just to slim my face. You can, like Miss Sarah, I'm gonna contour not only just her cheek, but just right near her ear with a little bit of sun. I'm gonna show you. And what I do is start the center of her ear. The first place you apply your brush, that's where you're gonna get the most color payoff. So if you just want a soft finish, like when you look at someone spot on, the majority of your color should be at the back. So I start here at the center of her ear, do soft circles, and bring it out because it disappears from the brush. And then you blend it up without putting any more product on the brush. And then you can, whatever's left, you just blend it down. So it removes the line of demarcation. You don't want any lines of demarcation. You want everything to flow. And then, according to Miss Sarah's face shape, I'm going to contour just her hairline a little bit. And not everyone needs their foreheads contoured. It just depends on your face shape and creating an illusion. So I start at the hairline, and I just do soft circles and bring it down towards her temple. And once again, we're just creating an illusion. And it's so amazing when you see yourself on a photo or you're walking past the mirror or the window at Target. And you're like, hey, who is that? That's where you can go afterwards. Yeah, you can go to Target afterwards and stand in the long line. So once again, I start right here at the center of her ear, do soft circles, bring it towards the front until I run out of product. So soft circles is going to not only apply product, but it's going to blend it out at the same time.
So if you were gonna put it down here under your cheek, but down here, how
Oh,
would
yeah.
you do it down there?
On the jawline?
Yeah.
Yes, that's when you just go
Finger on
that chisel, that chiseled look. Okay, so I usually start like right under, like near the earlobe, and bring it down, and then blend it out. That really does create a slimming effect. It's so amazing that you can use makeup to reshape your face. Getting rid of the chin. Getting rid of the chin. If you really want to get rid of it, you just use a darker shade if you want to. I'm just using a bronzer just to show, for example. You can use it wet, you can use like cream, liquids, foundations, or you can just use a powder. And then also, where's my brush? I'll put a little bit down the side of the nose to kind of contour the nose a little bit. And this would be perfect for a daytime look. But you would go a little more dramatic for night. Like if you're going out for a night on the town. Because
That would be going to Sharon's house.
you can go to Sharon's house. That's so funny. Hey. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of blush on you. And this is my favorite blush from the Mika palette. I love it. I use it all the time, every day. I recently hit pan and I felt my heart just like, oh, there it is.
Tell them why you picked those colors, Mika.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, first of all, these colors were inspired by fall. I was telling someone earlier, well, I'm from Louisiana, first of all. I live in Louisiana. The
Where it's
seasons are
snowing,
crazy.
where it's snowing.
It's snowing right now, that's weird. But driving here in North Carolina, it's so beautiful here. I've never been here, it's my first time. But all the trees were looking like this. We were picking out colors, I was like, oh, Mika palette. Sorry. Looking at the leaves, Mika palette, that's Mika palette right there. Look at those gold leaves, look at those pale leaves, look at the orange leaves. And so I just felt like, when I think of fall, like these are the colors that I think of. And then these are the colors that everyone is wearing, you know. Whenever I do watch like videos and stuff on Instagram or social media, almost all the girls are wearing color now. They're not afraid to wear color. What was that?
Oh, that was just a little blush.
Yeah. So I was like, this is it. This is my chance to do something that's awesome. And the colors are so on trend. I saw a new palette. I forgot what it was, someone popular that came out with a palette. And all the colors look just like the Mika palette.
They copied you.
They did, they copied. And I told Jody was like, we did it first. I was like, I know, that's so crazy. Okay, so I'm going to.
Wow, that brow.
Okay, you don't like your eyebrows?
No, they're wow.
Oh, I think you have beautiful brows.
I think, Jody, everybody's wearing the Mika palette tonight now.
Oh, yeah.
Brenda
Oh,
and everybody.
yes.
All
We're
the
all
advisors,
wearing-
yeah. We
I
are.
know, it's so fun because it really is versatile because you can wear it as light or as dark as you want it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very pigmented.
Absolutely.
And like when she said hit pan, is that what she said? Because I didn't know what the heck that even meant.
Oh, man.
But when you get to the bottom of it,
Girl, yes, when
Yeah.
you get to the bottom.
so it took you a long time, which is a compliment because yeah.
It's been months. I think it's been since, what, July?
September,
Yeah.
August,
No,
July.
that was,
Yeah, yeah, the first one was probably
Very first
June or
one.
July.
Yeah.
That's right.
and I have used it every single day. I have not used anything else. And I've had people purchase makeup for me, palettes, huge ones, and I'm like, oh, thanks, but I have my own. And I still have not opened them. And these are like popular palettes because I just love the Mika palette so much. But I really hope that you all enjoy it too. So I'm going to do a little bit of the Mika palette on Miss Sarah here, but I'm contouring her brows. What am I doing? I'm filling in her brows. So what I'm doing is using a brow powder and an angled brush. And so I take a little bit of the color, and what I do is I create a guideline first, like underneath the brow. So go ahead and tail it out. I want to say wing it out, but tail it out. And then I take the lighter color, and then I go back on the line, and I do upward strokes, just to fill it in, and make it look as natural as possible. Your brows are amazing. Whoa. She was like, I have wild brows, but they're so pretty. Good brows. They just need a little bit of attention. Just a little bit of attention. And then I just do the same thing on the other side. Create that guideline along the bottom, which I like this because it's a duo, the brow. What's it called, the technical term?
Twice as nice.
Twice as nice. I go along the edge with the darker color.
Upper or lower?
The lower.
Edge.
The lower edge.
Okay.
Wow.
Brows matter.
Brows. People say the eyes are the windows to the soul. No, it's your eyebrows. Because without eyebrows, you never know what the expression is.
Right.
I'm really mad, but you can't see it because I don't have eyebrows. And I say that because I have 5 hairs, literally 5 hairs. And so I go on with the lighter color with the same brush, and I do upward strokes. And it just brushes the product through the hairs.
And what do you say? They're sisters.
Yes, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. You will drive yourself crazy trying to get them to match exactly. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of base on her eyes for eyeshadow. I could use some Smooth Operator as a primer. I've used it for eyeshadow primer before. It's amazing. But I'm going to use a little bit of concealer. Good. So I'll just take a little bit of concealer and start right at the base of the brow and just drag it down. And just blend it out all over. And then I do the same thing on the other side. And what you can do if you, depends on how you're feeling, what your client has, or what type of eyes she has. You can set it a little bit with the HD powder. Sometimes I set mine because I don't want my product to move, or I don't want my, like Miss Sarah has fine lines on her eyes. I will set that concealer with a little HD powder. That way it does not move. It won't crease. This HD powder is perfect for preventing your makeup from creasing. So now...
Okay, hold on one second. You're going to do the
Yes.
Mika palette now?
Yes, I'm going to
Well.
do the Mika palette.
Okay, Mika, you got to draw because someone is going to win a Mika palette, so let's get
Are you
away right
serious?
now. Ooh, who's going to win a Mika palette? Who wants it? Who claims it? Okay.
Philip, did you raise your hand?
Yes, he did.
Yes, you did. I saw it. I saw it go up.
Okay, that's 2. That is Megan Staines.
Starnes.
Starnes.
Megan
I'm
Starnes.
sorry.
That they should make sure that she autographs it for you.
That is so cool.
Congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations. Enjoy that, girl. That is one of a kind, let me tell you.
Now you gotta really pay attention.
If you haven't filled your card out yet, you need to fill it out, because there's gonna be more door prizes.
Yeah, that way they can see the colors that I'm going to use. Okay, so on Miss Sarah, we're gonna do just like a really soft, natural look. So I took the orange color and the red color, and I just kind of blended them together with a fluffy brush. And remember I told you the fluffier the brush, the softer the effect. So I'm doing soft circles right in the crease, and I'm bringing it all the way into the inner crease. I love this color because it just blows out and it looks airbrush. So I'm going to take a little bit of the smoky purple, and I just kind of mix it on my hand just to remove the excess. And then I'm going to go right in the outer corner and just blend it using the same brush. Oh, I felt like I was going to sneeze, but I didn't. And then I just blend it into the first color, which is typically called a transition color. A transition color is what inspired me to use this orange, because typically you transition one color into the other with creating a smooth transition. If you notice, like when I was younger and I would buy like the Walgreens Wet n Wild palettes, the CoverGirl palettes or Wet n Wild, they would have like 3 colors or 4 colors. There was always a light, a medium, and a dark. So the medium is the transition color. So I go over it and I blend it with a fluffy brush. Ooh, looking good. Use a different brush. And then I'll take this smaller brush and I'm just going to pop a little bit of the gold right on her lid.
We love that gold.
Oh,
So gorgeous.
And sometimes I'll just put on just the gold, like
Yeah.
just for a day, just the gold and nothing else, like that precision eyeliner and stuff.
I had a client come in to get her hair done, and that's what she had. She had the gold just all over from lid, from top to bottom, with some natural lashes, and then she put it on her cheeks, and I was like, oh my
loved
gosh,
it.
I could not wait to do her blonde highlights.
That, I don't know if you're on Instagram, that girl Song of Style, Amy, whatever, she does that. She has, it's just straight gold, it's exactly what she has.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mika! It's all you.
Yeah. And so now I take the gold and I bring it on the brow highlight, or the brow bone. I don't know what, people call it different things. So, and that's it.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
It's not pretty. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Once again, I took the orange color and the red, and I'm just going to blow it into the crease and use it as a transition color.
Explain to them what transition is, Mika. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been listening.
You got to pay attention.
I did. I showed them, I told them.
I do want to say about more mature women, sometimes doesn't think that they can wear heavier eyeshadow. But if you'll take a look at that the Estee Lauder model, you know who I'm talking about, she's much older, more mature, and her eyes are very heavily done.
Yeah,
And I will tell you,
absolutely.
beauty is is what you see. So don't back up from it, because our face as we age loses definition, and it needs more defined eyes and lips. So don't back up from that. Basically, with mature women, you just need less base.
Yeah. That's so true. That's such a good point. Don't be afraid. I mean, you've earned the right. With age comes wisdom.
Amen.
And I love my mature clients. They are my best friends. Okay, so now what I'm doing is
That's
taking
complicated.
Yeah.
Right.
a little bit of concealer and just cleaning up the edge. But yeah, I was influenced by beauty just from a young age, from my mom, my aunts. You know, I grew up in a household of women, and I looked forward to Sundays because we would go to church, and that's where I got to wear my dress and my pantyhose. I thought I was doing it at 5 years old with my little white stockings on, tights. I didn't get my hair done. You know, they did the foam rollers, and I had the tight curls that sprung back and caught me in the head. Like, that was amazing moments for me. I remember that.
Now, Mika, I mean, what if you just don't have time to do makeup?
Who?
I know, I'm just kidding. Remember you said, don't say that you don't have time
Don't,
to do.
yes, don't say that you don't have time. Everybody has time. You just have to set your alarm clock to get up 10 minutes early. Because Summer said that one time. She was like, I just don't have time, blah, 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 I have the kids. And I'm like, I raised 2 boys by myself. They are 24 and 25, 26. Justin will be 26 in December. Look down for me. And they were like hard.
Well, I certainly can see a difference in my husband when he comes off, I have greasy hair and a hat on, and then if I went out for the day.
He would see your greasy hair?
No, well, yeah, I think he prefers the clean hair and the makeup.
Yeah. Wow. I just touched her lashes with a little bit of Drama Queen. And oh my, what a difference it makes. I'm going to add just a pair of natural falsies to her.
Are you excited?
You better be at first.
Are you nervous? Don't be, because it's
Super glue them on there.
oh no. Just be prepared to be addicted. I'm so sorry to do this to you. But it really is a treat to have eyelashes. It's okay. It was just your lashes kind of touched. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner. I've pre-prepped the lashes. And so what I did was, because these are the invisible band lashes, I took a little bit of eyeliner and I went right along the rim of the lash just to make it disappear. And then I took a little bit of adhesive and I just ran the adhesive just right along the band of the lash. And so once you apply the adhesive, you want to just let your lashes sit for about a minute so that they become tacky. And then once you place them on the lashes, it stays. It won't move. So I'm just doing just a thin line of liner, the precision liner. You're never sure? Okay, an easy way that a technique that I use with eyeliner, when you're doing it on yourself, it's easier if you do short strokes. Like if you start at the edge and place the pen or the pencil on your lashes. That's why I did a coat of mascara first, because your mascara and lashes work as an anchor. So lay it on your lashes, pull out, go in, connect that. Go in, connect, go in, connect. All the way until you're in the inner corner. It's easier than trying to draw one long straight line. Especially if you're doing it on yourself or on a client and they blink. So it's easier.
Oh, well.
No blinkings there.
I know.
Yeah.
No, she does so good.
You didn't want to look like you got in a cat fight.
You know, one time I had to do eyeliner on, and mascara on children.
Children.
Children
For what? Like a,
for photo shoot.
oh my God.
And we were outside in a field in Texas. It was hard. Okay, open and look down, don't close. Okay, so whenever you apply your lashes, you want to just open and look down. If you're applying them on yourself, you want to come in this way, like down. So with Miss Sarah, have her look up with her head, look down, and then that way she doesn't close her eyes, and it just flattens out her
If
skin.
you close your eyes, they stick together.
Well, if you close your eyes, your skin contracts. So when you open your eyes, it just bubbles and it pushes the lash off.
Okay.
So when you look down, your skin is flat and smooth. So I can lay the lash on and it goes onto a smooth, flat
How
skin.
long did they stay on?
These are temporary.
They'll be on till Christmas.
Yeah, but these are human hair lashes, so they are reusable. You can take them off and put them back in the container. And the adhesive is a gentle, surgical adhesive. It doesn't ruin your lashes.
Whoa, look at that.
Wait,
Oh, look at her eyes.
At night,
not
just
yet.
peel them off.
I have my eye glued shut there.
No, your eye is not gonna glue shut. It's not gonna glue shut.
It's not super glue.
No, it's not super glue, and it's not, it doesn't touch the bottom. It's only on the band, and it sits on the lash line, which the layer of mascara protects it, so. And then that's the reason why you let it sit for like a minute, so that it starts to dry and get tacky. If it was wet and you use way too much, then it could slip and go into your eye. That's why I'm teaching you the proper technique.
Can stick and glue your eye up so that you don't blink.
That is
It's like you're watching a horror movie.
Deer and a head.
Okay, so that is on, and I'm gonna take a little bit of
Kid.
Papa Peach. Papa Peach.
Kid. Everybody will be at Walgreens tonight.
How do you do it yourself?
I don't know, I'm trying to, I would like
Is a pretty,
a
pretty highlighter. It's really soft.
So pretty.
Amazing. Look at your eyes. Oh my gosh, you look amazing.
She looks so pretty. I don't have that lip brush. Where is it? Am I not seeing it? Well, I'll just use this one. This is Dreamy Mom. My favorite lip product.
Okay, while she's doing the lips, I'm drawing for another door prize, and it is gonna be a Fleur tote bag, and it's Debbie Swan. Debbie Swan! One more, we're gonna do Teresa Oakley. Teresa Oakley.
How'd you get those
we'll
cards
stir 'em
out?
up.
How'd you get those cards out? We didn't see you draw. I know, right?
But yay, okay, so I'm all done with Miss Sarah. No, she looks so pretty. So now just take a little bit of the HD powder. I almost always do this on everyone. I just take a little bit of the HD powder and just go over the skin and just seal it. And then to take down any powdery look, I always use the Do It To Me as a finishing spray. Hydration, it takes down the powdery look and it just makes it look more like skin.
Mika, what did you put on her lips?
Dreamy Mauve and Mauve Sunset, my two favorite colors. It's a lip stay and a lip gloss. I use it all, and I didn't use a lip liner, but you can use a lip liner with it.
Tell them the trick of taking the gold to make an ombre, like with your gold eyeshadow too.
Oh
That's the trick
yes,
for the
oh let me
holiday.
show you. It's a, I know I was hoping I didn't put a dent in your hair. But the eyeshadows, and you can do this with any eyeshadow, but I love using it with my palette.
Oh, she has
Where's my
palette.
Oh, I got it.
She's trying to take it.
That's right.
So you can do the gold,
So, yeah.
or you can use the blush. Sometimes we'll mix both. And create an ombre. An ombre effect is when you have light in the center and dark around. And then I just take a little bit of gold and just press it right in the center. And I flipped the I flipped the brush so that I didn't put the gloss in the shadow.
Are you sure you're going home tonight? Beautiful. God, that's amazing.
And so I take a brush and just kind of blend out the edges. I just put it right on the edge
That's
so
gorgeous.
that it kind of fades. But yes, that's it.
Oh,
It looks so pretty.
Can we get your picture?
That's right. You don't need that name tag anymore, girl. You don't want people to know your name. They can be calling after. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta learn yourself. Hold on, she's got a veteran husband.
Okay, now we're gonna do.